Ready, everybody?
Uh-huh.
For the last time.
1, 2, 3, break.
Woo! Jokes.
Break jokes.
It was right there. Why would you say break after 1, 2, 3?
Well, we're going to start our new show, 1, 2, 3, break.
We're starting with the break. It's actually break 1, 2, 3.
First, it'll be a long break.
An MLB player that swings both ways. Mayor of Sicily forces tourists to leave the souvenir, take the cannoli, and roller coaster of death.
Say what?
On today's 400th episode of 1, 2, 3
Jokes.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 400 of 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about each story, and compete for who has written the funniest joke. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leone. Holds for applause.
How long do we have to hold before they start?
As soon as they're done. Okay, let's go. Okay, folks. That's enough. I love you. Yes, okay, thank you. Go ahead.
I'll have to add cricket sounds later. I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
And I'm Vanessa Flores.
Vanessa Flores, our producer.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
This is everything everybody hoped it would be?
400 episodes. 10 years doing this podcast.
Over 10 years.
Wild.
Over
It's almost
10
our
years.
11th anniversry.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Let's shut it down.
Yeah. Well, big shout out to those of you who have followed us throughout the years, through all the hundreds of episodes. We really appreciate your listenership and viewership, and we love you so much.
And those of you who stopped listening after episode 200, the fuck?
Come back.
Yeah, you're not listening to
How are
this
you
anyway.
listening to this?
Rude that you're not even listening to this right
When
now.
word gets around to you.
I feel like we need to give a shout out to Scott Gregg, who has been a fan for a long time. And
No. So we're going to do our show first. And at the end, we can do all of this.
oh, okay, fair enough.
People, we haven't telegraphed to the audience why we're talking so finality-wise. This is a perfect time. 10 years, over 10 years, 400 years.
400 years.
It's the perfect time.
It's the
get
perfect
high.
time for us to try some new things. Maybe it will be in similar shapes to what we're doing here, but it's changing.
Maybe
It's
we'll be in
moving
similar
on.
shape. Maybe we'll be in better shape. Maybe we'll be
But
in worse shape.
is this it? Is this the last? I mean, it's certainly the last time with this configuration of people.
Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens in round 1.
Okay, before we get into round 1, though, we have some special stuff on the table. Listeners, check us out on YouTube. You'll be able to see. Our likeness has been captured in Barbie's, thanks to Vanessa, who plays with us at home.
Without our knowledge.
Or consent.
What?
I was going to say she recreates scenes of our show with these dolls.
I'm too obsessed with my Barbie because, listeners, my Barbie has 2 puppies. And they kind of look like my dogs, too, and they're so cute. Stop it! Dog abuse. My boys.
They're hitting the dogs.
They're knocking over the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. Okay, so anyway, mine has 2 little pups.
Mine has my beautiful wife-to-be.
She has 2 little pup-ups.
That is
Is that inappropriate? I'm sorry.
Mine has me on a leash that my wife is walking.
He has 2 little pup-ups.
Oh, we're going to get that snipped in just a second.
Oh, and mine is the creature from Frankenstein.
Whatever his name was.
Frankenstein's Ricardo.
Yeah, Frankenstein was the scientist. Ricardo was the Ricardo.
Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein created a monster who got in to science and created Ricardo. So it's Frankenstein's monsters, Ricardo.
Bob, you go.
What about Amanda?
Wait, sorry. Okay, so mine is like totally an ego ideal. She's amazing. She's like gorgeous. She's got cute little jeans and a nice beige sweater. And sorry for
You know
something.
you
I was
can
about
have
to say
all
gray.
these things.
No, I know. I was like, I would totally dress like this. She's wearing a beanie, which is the best touch.
Yeah, strangely, white Barbie with blonde hair, very hard to find.
Kids go to so
Especially
many
since
stores.
they've gone woke.
Wait, mine is bendable.
Speaking of
Hey,
going
now.
woke, you explain your Barbie.
Well, listeners, it's very offensive Asian stereotype. There's a kimono and one of those cone hats.
It's just a Bruce Lee action figure.
Real life kung fu grip.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Asian Ken.
Yes.
And there are some dots underneath the left eye signifying the people he's killed.
Whoa. And he does the
And
splits.
It's a very impressive trick.
and he drops it to the floor. But he's currently in an action pose because I'm so action oriented.
Drops it like it's hot pot.
Yeah.
Speaking of action, should we get into round one with all our jokes
all
and our
those
action?
action-
action
Did
packed
we
round
introduce
one?
Vanessa's Barbie?
Oh.
Yeah.
Vanessa's
Oh,
Barbie's
you
here.
did it too? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vanessa's Barbie and Jeremy's Barbie are embracing, and Vanessa has really fun little glasses on. Yeah. Just like her regular glasses. Okay. Let's see this action-packed, Bob. Action-packed, round one.
Action figure packed.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Disagree.
Catcher Danny Jansen becomes the first player in MLB history to play on both teams in the same game. A 2-month delay for Toronto Blue Jays and Boston Red Sox led to an odd moment in baseball history. The first player ever in Major League Baseball to compete for both teams in one game. When the game was rained out on June 26, catcher Danny Jansen was playing for the Blue Jays, but the team traded him to the Red Sox just a month later. So when that weather delay game picked back up at the top of the second inning on August 26, Jansen was playing against his old team in the same exact game he played 2 months earlier.
That son of a
brain.
bitch.
space-time continuum.
2 months of space time. According to Major League Baseball, no other player can claim that particular accomplishment. Jansen subsequently gave an authentic game time uniform to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York.
All right, now, Ricardo, I believe you won
I'd
the last
love to
episode,
start.
so you can go first or last in this episode.
Just as the prophecies foretold, the rain will come and the blue bird will become the garment stained with blood. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the apocalypse. I didn't do that as well as I had imagined. Here comes the apocalypse. You know, more like a baseball guy.
Yeah. Big props to the uniform makers who made the custom half-and-half uniform, last seen in the minor leagues, worn by second baseman Harvey Dent for the Gotham Bats.
He hated that name.
Two base.
Oh, there you go.
Base, that's so good.
Always hits doubles.
But he's very dependable. Always count on him. Full count for Jansen as he swings and pops it up straight over home plate. Should be an easy out for Jansen, who just got traded, and he is putting on a Red Sox jersey at the moment. And there it is. He makes the catch. Making history, becoming the only player to catch his own pop fly for the third out of the inning. We're back to the bottom of the second after this.
That would be so fun to watch.
While it's in the air, he's changing jerseys.
Outfits.
It's amazing.
Ooh, a little switcheroo. The catcher has become the catched.
There's no way he's the first. Thousands of baseball players, over 100 years of baseball, and he's the first bisexual player.
Staying on that theme. Danny playing for both teams certainly led to a lot of teasing in the locker room, so he's trying to hide the fact that he's also a switch hitter.
Arrive early to the game, folks. Danny Jansen bottom-only bottleheads will be available, given out at those to those attendees who show proof of Danny Jansen bobblehead.
Oh, they got the head in the first game.
Oh. What? Really?
Yes, ma'am.
A human being is
Major League
made.
Baseball on the nines.
A human being is made of two parts.
Yeah.
The head and the butt.
That's why they call it a butt head.
That's the whole
what I call
package.
it.
I said bottom.
So
This whole thing is bottom.
I think in
Everything's
this-
bottom from here down.
in this universe, like they just 3D printed the bottom half, and then he got traded, and then they distributed the bottom half, and then they 3D printed the top half.
Everyone, stop doing work on the Danny Jansen bobblehead.
we got a lead.
And they're like,
But
who?
boss, we've only done the bottoms.
It's all right, we'll finish. Change the color of the ink.
People are sick of getting catchers bobbleheads.
He also became the first player to kick his own ass during a bench clearing brawl.
Things did not go well for Danny after the trade in the 7th inning. He was traded to the concession stand for 2 hot dogs and a draft beer.
First round pick draft beer. Nice, I love it.
That's what I'm going for. Is that it for the jokes in round 1? All right, Amanda Karberg. What's the score after round 1?
All right. We will start with you. You're him getting traded to the Red Sox mid hit. I gave it 3. Him being a switch hitter, loved, gave it a 3, and then him getting traded to the concession stand was just delightful too. So you close.
Just delightful. Only delightful.
But that's as far as I'll go.
So you close around with 8. Ricardo, I thought your performance in the first one was really excellent. So I gave it a 3. The catch was pretty cute. Gave it a 2. And then the bottoms only. I really, really enjoyed. I gave it a 3. So you also
Bottoms
closed.
only. That is my next project.
So I,
$9.99 a month.
You don't have to be lonely at bottomsonly.com.
At you.
Thing.
He's allergic to bottoms, unfortunately.
I hate them.
okay.
It's only tops for me.
So you also closed around with 8. And then Jeremy, the Gotham Bats, I liked a lot. I gave that a 3. The bisexual player one, I thought could have used something else. I gave it a 2. And then the kicking his own ass.
Trisexual?
She wanted
Maybe
props.
toy.
Bisexual, trisexual, homo sapiens. I'm the only one that's seen Rent.
Well, we're glad you mumbled through it.
All right. So, and then kicking his own ass, loved that. So you also closed the round with 8. So we had 8, 8, 8. I'm going to award the bonus point of the round to the
Edge of our seats.
sorry, no, to the bobblehead because you just the whole
Is that what you
imagery
call
is
me?
so ridiculous.
Is that what you're saying? I am? Well, give the extra point to the bobblehead.
No, you're a bottom head.
Because just the whole
asshead.
the fact that it included, I was so lost because you started with bottoms only, so I thought you were going to do a whole sexual joke, and then you ended
I'm
by
a whole
saying,
sexual.
That's what it was missing. The
then
whole
you-
sexual.
and then you ended with the phrase, "Those who can show proof." Of Ranson head, and so I still thought it was sexual, and I was so confused. And then when you finally made it make sense, then I liked it even more. So you got the bonus point. So Rick pulls slightly in the lead with 9 points going into round 2. Jeremy and Bob close behind with 8.
Ooh, okay. Round 2, where anything can happen
Sure.
for the rest of the episode. Sicily bans sale of Godfather-themed souvenirs as mayor gives harsh 2-word warnings to merchants. I'm just going to preface that I'm going to do my best reading the story, but I've never seen The Godfather, so I only know like phrases and quotes and
Wow.
things. Yeah, I know I need to watch it. The town
You have some homework, young lady.
the town of Agrigento, famous for its ancient Greek temples.
Agrigento, I'm sure.
The town of Agrigento, famous
maybe
for
not.
its ancient Greek temples, is specifically targeting items like t-shirts and mugs featuring Marlon Brando's Vito Corleone. Mayor Francesco Michechi. How do you say his name?
Michiche, probably.
Mechiche.
Michechiche. Mayor Francesco Michechichi.
Michichi.
Me feeling a little Mickey Cheeky right now.
I love this guy's name, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Whatever it is, I love it. My chi-chis.
Mayor Francesco de Michechichis, who harshly warned merchants it's humiliating to sell items such stated that such stereotypes are demeaning. Let me take that back.
How you say stereotype?
I can hear myself.
Mayor Francesco Makiki, who harshly warned merchants it is humiliating to sell such items, stated that such stereotypes are demeaning to the community.
Good Chris Pratt impression.
A Chris Pratt? Like a Mario impression?
Yeah.
Which has long worked to promote a culture of legality. Authorities will enforce the ban by removing prohibited Godfather-themed items and fining non-compliant businesses. Police will be inspecting shops to ensure they comply with the ban on selling prohibited Godfather-themed merchandise, with fines imposed on those who don't. In Agrigento, home of the famous Valley of the Temples, this crackdown is a part of a broader effort by Sicily to discard negative mafia stereotypes.
Okay. Well, I think I'm up first in this one. The mayor has tried everything to stop the sale of Godfather merchandise, which promotes negative stereotypes. He's tried warnings, he's tried laws, but has he tried making them an offer they can't refuse?
Yes.
And nothing works.
I thought they couldn't refuse it.
Mayor What's-His-Face is very familiar with the stereotypes that come with The Godfather. After all, he did study film at Sicily's What's the Matter University.
What's the matter, you?
If only they had an organization of non-compliant businesses.
When the town learned that they could no longer sell Godfather merchandise, they were shocked. They said, "You come to me on the day of our town's wedding to tell us this terrible news."
Staying on that theme. I come to you on the day that my daughter is to be wed, and you don't have any t-shirts with that quote on it? Maron.
I am an investigator, Pintarino of the Argento Polizia. That's a nice sculpture of the scene of Santino when he bangs that broad against the wall at his sister's wedding. And then in The Godfather 3, Andy Garcia plays the illegitimate son of that act of coitus. Be a shame if something were to happen to it.
Similar theme. I guess.
I told you I haven't seen Godfather, but you're making it sound like a romantic comedy.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful. It's meet cute. The mayor has tried to remind residents of all the non-mafia beauty the town has to offer, even leading them in a patriotic singing of their town anthem. In Agrigento, we are one big family. In Agrigento, we are more than what you see. We love our home. We love our town. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it.
Woo! I loved it. Give that the Oscar.
And now a spoken word joke. The ban on these negative stereotype spreading. I'm doing this off the top of my head because I had to change something. The ban, if not abided by, the proprietors unfortunately will have their kneecaps broken because they do not want any negative stereotypes coming from the sales. Ricardo.
A similar crackdown happened at the shops near the Disneyland parks. They crescendoed when the shop owner found the head of Bullseye the toy horse in his bed.
Aw.
Oh no!
Oh, that's stuffing everywhere.
There's a horse in my bed.
Dear Woody?
All right, that's it for the jokes in round 2. So, Amanda Carberg, what's the matter with your scores? Let's find out.
I'm working on it. Okay. So, Ricardo, we'll start with you. The non-compliant businesses, I thought was pretty good. Gave it a 2. The Santino coitus one was so long.
Was it good for you?
Nothing like a long coitus.
Sometimes you got something to prove.
He was thinking about baseball players being traded. That's why it lasted so long.
But I thought your performance was so good and it was so committed, and so I gave you a 3.
I will say, like, in the middle of it, all I was hearing was, no,
I know. And then
Fascinating character.
the Bullseye the horse one was pretty cute. I gave it a 3 too. So you closed the round with 8 added to your 9, so it gives you 17. Jeremy, an offer they can't refuse. Good start. Give it a 2. And then the town's wedding, the absurdity of it being the town's wedding just completely tickled me.
we're all marrying each other.
Yeah, it's like, because you can't even marry your sister.
We want a big orgy. We want to be known for that.
On this the day of our town's orgy.
Oh, the coitus so long. So long.
Every wall in Italy.
Okay. So I gave that a 3, and then your song, I did want it to end on a rhyme, and I was a little disappointed. But regardless, I give you a 3. Bob, what's the matter, University? What's funny about that to me is that, you know how I ask you, like, to put a tag on things and make it even, you're always like, no, you understand it without the tag. Why would I do that? And I'm like, you know what? I like you to just hit it a little harder.
Oh, I'm going to...
Wow.
Well, I didn't get that until Jeremy did the tag. Jeremy did What's the Matter You?
That's the joke.
I just want it. I want it a little more in my face sometimes.
That's a good one.
Well,
You want us to hit it harder.
And he's winding up.
All in my face.
What?
More in my face.
I think we need a compilation of all the sexual things that Amanda has
Just said right now?
in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
episode alone.
Those all made sense. I'm just talking about adding the tag.
She would hit it a little harder.
I need it more in my face.
More in my face.
Yeah, Amanda wants a tag that she could really...
Anyway, but regardless, I give you a 3.
Good.
I just wanted to make a little speech about it. So, that quote, right. I remember that. So yeah, I gave that a 3. I thought that was pretty cute. And then on the
You wanted
knee.
to state that it was from The Godfather, right?
Yeah. Okay. Is that what's been happening this whole time, you guys? Okay. And then the kneecaps broken was pretty cute. Give it a 2. So you close the round with 8. All right. So the bonus point. You know what? I'm going to give the bonus point to Jeremy because he's the one who made me more appreciate Bob's What's the Matter University joke.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
That's never been done. Here's the pitch.
Wait, he's trading teams. Put that ball down.
Wait, first it's a spitball.
Aww. So, that pushes Jeremy up to 17 points. So Jeremy is now tied with Ricardo for the lead
And
with
it
17.
pushes me closer to the edge.
Well, what does Bob have?
Bob has 16. So he's really
right.
not far behind.
It really, truly is a close game. Now, listeners, we may have alluded that this may be the last episode for a while. So whoever wins this is going to be the ultimate 1, 2, 3 jokes
Wow.
winner.
Oh,
that
that's a lot of
pressure on
pressure.
me.
That is a lot
So
of pressure.
if you don't do well in this next round, well, you suck. Let's see who's
That's
the
not an omen.
ultimate final winner of 1, 2, 3
My
jokes
goodness.
in round 3. Man, designed euthanasia coaster that you can only ride one time. TikToker Luke Davidson posted about the coaster and explained that it uses extreme G-force to achieve death. It starts with a large loop.
Drop.
It starts with a large drop,
I was mistaken.
followed by several extreme loops, which get progressively smaller. Explaining how it works, he said, "You can only ride this roller coaster once. It's capable of holding up to 24 passengers." I just feel like this is a really creepy concept, and so
It is really
Yeah.
creepy.
You
Think so?
once they're on,
Seems pretty normal to me.
once they're all
Why
on
don't you try
board,
performing it in like a creepy way then?
once they're all on board, there's a slow ascent to the top, which is almost 1,700 feet in the air. That's just a little bit smaller than the tallest building in America. Once at the top, it gives everyone the decision to stop and go back down safely.
Do you have to wait? Because if you're then waiting at the coaster, you probably have to wait for that person to walk all the way down and get out. That's awful.
After that,
I'd rather be dead.
everyone has to
How many
manually
people
press.
do you think are going to be going to do this 24 passenger
I know it's
ride?
not real. It's not real.
After that, everyone has to manually press the button to start the ride. Little do they know I rigged it. No, I'm just kidding. Then, after that, it falls at a speed of 223 miles per hour and goes through 7 loops that keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The ride is subjected to a series of intensive motion elements that induce various unique experience, from euphoria to thrill, and from tunnel vision to loss of consciousness, and then eventually death. It is exactly the cerebral suffocation, also known as cerebral hypoxia, that is going to kill you. You die, or more accurately put, your brain dies of complete oxygen deprivation.
I was just thinking, where in that should you take people's photos?
Hush the fuck up. Oh, okay.
A biomonitoring.
Euphoria part.
Can you keep your mouth shut?
We'll forget that ever happened.
All right, guess some more jokes. Guess some more.
A biomonitoring. This is fucked. A biomonitoring suit.
Do it in his voice.
A biomonitoring suit double checks if there is a need, which I hope there is, for a second round, which is extremely unlikely, but definitely possible.
Dude, we just asked how your weekend was.
Oh, my weekend? I designed a roller coaster.
All right, Robert.
No, not a lot of movement on those. I survived the euthanasia coaster, and all I got was this lousy t-shirts.
Suicide is painless. It goes through many changes, and I get my picture taken at the end. So most of that, those are the original links to the lyrics to the mash.
Yeah.
And we'll have links to that.
Which ones aren't? I mean,
The picture taken.
Oh, that wasn't original?
that's really funny.
If you want to ride but want to skip the line, you can get the Fast Pass.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
They don't call it Fast Pass anymore, but
Jeremy's competing.
Yeah, Jeremy is here to compete.
All right, staying in that park. Euthanasia coaster is what I call a certain section of the It's a Small World ride at
There's also a splashdown feature, but that only occurs after you evacuate your bowels, so you won't actually get to enjoy that feature.
But I will.
That's a good time.
Really good tag.
All right, mark it down.
So now we know what happened to the dancing old guy from the Six Flags commercials.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He's like strapping in, hitting the button.
we did never see him again.
Yeah, he gets back.
Funny. Oh, so funny.
He seems to only be experiencing euphoria.
He had to go on a second loop.
Yeah.
He was one of the few.
Had to do too.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Oh, it was me? Yeah. To ensure the ride has its intended result, the coaster is built and operated by random county fair employees.
It's a small world after all, a small pointless world.
Oh, no. I love that so much. That's so good.
Goddamn, I waited over an hour only to get to the front and see a sign that says, must be this miserable to ride. Well, now I am.
It's your.
Yeah, you have to hat it up to here.
Yeah.
All right, I think that'll do it for the jokes in round 3. So, did Jeremy win?
So, is it weird that the last story that we do in this iteration of 1, 2, 3 jokes is about suicide?
There was a little bit of
Assisted.
symbolism in my
Wow.
selection of putting the story last. The assisted suicide, I guess.
Jeremiah, do you want to tell us anything?
Yeah. Are you crying out for any kind of help?
Do you want to tell us anything or do anything?
I may have bought one ticket for a roller coaster. A one-way ticket. Most roller coasters are round trip.
All right. Amanda.
Yeah.
Sorry I brought it up, guys.
All right. Okay. Where should we start? Ricardo.
Yeah.
So the get your picture taken one, that was, that was really, really good. I didn't think it was undermined by me joking around during the story. I thought that was
Telling
excellent.
yourself that.
So I gave it a 3. Your second one, I just really felt did need the tag. So I gave you a 2.
No, yeah.
Wow. He thinks that's fair. That's amazing. This
Let's
is
just end it right now. Let's end it. Let's not do anything else.
not gonna
No,
get
that is fair. It's true, though. I'm usually right. This one occasion.
Small Pointless World really knocked it out of the park. So I gave that a 3. So you close the round with 8. Bob. All I got was this t-shirt. That was great. Gave it a 3. The Small World one, really great. Gave it a 3. County Fair Employees was pretty good. Gave it a 2. So you close the round with 8. And I gave you the bonus point of the round. It was a a buddy point for giving the great tag to Ricardo's joke.
Thanks for the buddy point.
All right, Jeremy. The fast pass was just brilliant. I gave that a 3.
It was okay.
The Six Flags guy was so funny. Oh my gosh.
He was funny. That guy was.
That guy was funny.
That was so funny because it's just such a wicked
That
comparison.
guy in your joke was
So I give that a 3. And then You Have to Be This Miserable was so fun. I gave it a 3. So Jeremy closed around with 9. So what that means is Ricardo and Bob tied for second with 25
Anything
points.
but this.
So
Guess we're going to have to do one more episode.
and the winner of the 400th episode, 26 points, Jeremy.
Guys, we all win.
No,
Do you want this for your scrapbook?
No.
for your spank bank.
Oh, look at those scores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely want it for you.
We all win. I share this win with every one of you.
We are the champions.
I wanted my,
No, not you. Not anymore.
I wanted my own win.
Well, Jeremy is the final winner of 1, 2, 3 jokes. Folks, it's been quite the ride.
What a
But
sour
this
note
is
to end
a
on.
one-way roller coaster, as they say.
Oh my goodness.
This is
You might
just-
start feeling the euphoria.
Yeah, guys, this is just the large dip you have to go through to get to the euphoria.
You're a large dip.
Why did the podcast cross the road? To get to the other side.
Carly Kastner,
Yes.
do you have any burning questions?
Oh, yeah. I got a question for you. None of these questions matter. Life is meaningless. But I'm going to ask it anyway. Yes, I do. My final burning question. Here we go. I just want to reflect and ask, is there a moment on
First I will reflect, and then I will ask.
is there a moment on this show that just when you think about it like really makes you giggle or laugh or like you think of fondly?
No, I don't think so.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Share the one that you were saying.
Well, I enjoyed an episode called something. Oh, it's called Arachnojokia. And Rick, he didn't tell us beforehand, but he dressed up as Spider-Man. He made some excuse to leave the room, like saying I had to use the restroom or something. And he came back with visuals. He had a projection on the screen of the Spider-Man theme song and graphics, etc. He runs in. He's got a Spider-Man mask and gloves with web shooters that shot little darts. And
While you tell the story, I'm going to go get a tissue.
What? You have?
we'll see what happens.
I know what he's going to come back.
Let me
as.
finish the story before you do the thing. And what cracked me up, so it was a funny visual, but what cracked me up is that Rick, as he's about to fire the first shot from his web shooter in front of the table, it pops off his wrist and smacks the table and goes to the floor, and I lose it.
Because he broke it.
It basically didn't work. It just popped off his wrist, and and Amanda's leaving too. So she's coming back as Spider-Gwen, I think. And then he was introducing himself, and he said, "You know me as Spidey Spiderhead."
Spiderhead.
And he's like, Spiderhead.
Spider-Man! He couldn't even say Spider-Man right.
But that was
Wait, that was Rick?
that wasn't Spiderhead?
No, it was that.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Spiderhead.
And that
And a
lizard
new
from that
character.
one version with Tobey Maguire. Oh no, with Andrew Garfield.
Amanda has revealed her true self.
Amanda's wearing a dino head.
Amanda, you're a lizard person?
That's
Full
right.
time?
She let her lizard brain score this episode here.
Okay.
Were you guys talking about anything?
Your mangled, misformed hand, maybe?
It's from a bad web accident.
My doctor
Called
told me
jerking
I
off
need
too
to
much.
keep these two fingers together.
I gotta say, Amanda, you're the derpiest looking dinosaur I've ever seen.
Oh, look, there's eye holes. I didn't know that.
Oh, you're seeing through the mouth?
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
And it lends itself to natural head movement.
Yeah. Looks like a cholo dinosaur, just like, hey, what's happening?
Well, I just wanted to come here and reveal to you guys that my true identity is Ricardo Leone.
Sick Ricardo.
It's allergies.
Sick.
It's
Sick,
allergies.
dude. Now,
Sick Cardo Leone, more like.
most
Hell yeah.
people, when getting things ready for a milestone in their podcast, they don't get so high beforehand.
Not high.
So, like, that way things kind of go off without a hitch and things run smoothly. But
Why is that dinosaur shaking its head so fervently?
it's trying to shake the high out. But yeah, so that was a funny moment that I remember.
Anyone else?
Remember a moment?
No, is there just like a moment that you are fond of when you think back on the last 400 episodes? I have one, actually. There was one year, this is right around when I first started recording with you guys. And at the time, we were recording at my house that I lived in with Tim and Pat. So I was living in this pretty big house, but it was kind of a dump. We called the house Big Dump. And we're all in my living room. And I think we were recording a New Year's Eve episode that was going to get released on New Year's Eve. And it was just the four of us. And we were sitting in my living room recording. And I think you were like sitting on the floor and we were around the coffee table. I don't know why. I don't even remember what like the jokes were, whatever. But there was one joke that I think it all the time. And there was a no homeowner joke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That someone was a no homeowner, and I think no homeowner all the time.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that's No homeowner has come up. No hobo has come up.
No hobo. I think it was the same episode.
Could be,
No
yeah.
hobo.
I think No Hobo was the name of that episode.
Yeah, because no homeowner, it was like he wasn't, it
Right.
was homeless.
He was hobo.
And then we said no hobo. And I think it in my head very frequently, but I don't say it out loud.
Another recent funny one was the rat dick episode.
Oh, that was really funny.
Because that rat round, I think, was a really great round. Like, everybody had great stuff, and there was funny riffs, and that was a solid 1, 2, 3 jokes round. So check that out. Rat dick.
Rat Dick.
That was so funny.
I really liked when we were talking about your husband's one of his favorite jokes, and it was about Dave. Everybody knows Dave, and so we improvised that joke as all the characters reenacting, playing out the joke, and that was really funny. We never really do improv on this show to that like long form degree, but we did really well.
That was fun.
And also, not a great joke, that Dave joke.
I like it. So my husband was like the guest judge on an episode, and at the very end, he was like, "Can I tell a joke?" But
Right.
it was like one of those parlor
But
jokes.
he said it was like his favorite joke.
It is his favorite joke.
And it's one of those jokes where it's a 5-minute setup to
for like
a fine payoff.
I
For like
that
a little
joke.
pun.
Yeah.
I think it's a good joke, but our
The
retelling,
Shaggy Dog.
our retelling was definitely more enjoyable.
Yeah, it's just like a long setup, and then it's like, I didn't know it was a rutabaga, and then there's, it's like, all right, well,
You gotta remember
so
that joke.
Funny, Robert.
but yeah, what a punchline.
Amanda?
Oh, there've just been so many, honestly.
Good cover.
No,
Well, I can't even choose.
that's really hard. I mean, like, shout out to like your Christmas episode joke, the roadside. I still think about that. It was so funny. Jeremy, I'm looking at Jeremy.
Of course,
And
notes to prove it.
yeah. That episode the episode where Bob didn't have any jokes for one of the rounds was so
Oh, God, that was good.
I loved that. I loved
That
that.
infuriated.
The times I have been infuriated on this show, I listen back and I laugh my ass off about it.
Still angry though.
Oh, it's
Still
as if we were here to have fun.
And then the Halloween episode where Rick came as the Count was just so funny.
a certain.
Ooh,
so
what?
funny.
Hold on, he needs to go blow his nose again.
Yeah.
And like when he's telling
That's
this
just gonna be me again, going, oh.
when he's telling the story about his neighbor in the shower, and he just keeps using every pronoun just because he can't remember who he is telling the story. It's just so funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Anyone else?
I mean, this is the people that I laugh the hardest with, and can't laugh till I can't breathe, and my stomach hurts, and I have terrible cramps in my body. That's what the show is. It's just like joy and pain. And I'm glad that I've done it with all you guys. It's been amazing.
Yeah. And because I laughed so hard, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
I
The
laughed.
doctor said less laughing.
You guys, actually, like, there's a couple of things that I think about. And at the time, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? But now I think I'm like glad we have them on video. We don't talk about this enough, but remember when we rented that karaoke room at that Korean karaoke place, and we did a Christmas episode in a Korean karaoke room, and it was very dark, and we had 3 guests, and you're only supposed to have like 4 people in that room, but there was like 7 of us, and all of the karaoke songs were Korean. So, like, even though the words were on the screen, it was still not English. And that was really silly and really fun.
I was very sick for that episode.
And
They had No Doubt, or Gwen Stefani.
I liked when we were talking about this earlier, but there was one time where I had subscribed to one of those like meal delivery services where they give you the ingredients and then you just make the food. And Bob and Rick and I filmed like a cooking episode, which you can watch on YouTube, which was really fun. I really enjoyed being able to work with Amanda and Vanessa as well. Amazing contributions.
Ditto for Vanessa.
I feel like rounded out the crew that I've really enjoyed working with.
Perfect time to end it.
Vanessa,
We're right up to the glass ceiling. It's time to stop.
I would say there's just moments where you guys like improvise and just build off jokes, and the visuals that I see in my head, I want to act them out so much. Baby, that's why I bought the Barbie. Yeah,
Now you have your
and
own
it's
Yeah.
like
1, 2, 3 jokes collection.
yeah, I
You
want
two
to
viewers could.
I want
own
to
a
see the
piece of
jokes
us.
that you guys make because it's just the visual is so funny, and then there's always this
right here.
build up. And I think last episode, something was going on with Ricky's joke. I think he didn't finish it, but it somehow led to this 20-minute like, just you guys are awesome, and it's so funny.
Orgasm. She was gonna
like-
say orgasm.
Like and it takes us so long to watch the video because I'm laughing hard, and then I have to rewind and then watch everyone's face because you guys make hilarious faces, and it's like a movie long event to watch the show for me.
When you first listened or watched the show, did Jeremy prompt you? Like, he's like, you got to check this out? Or you heard about it and like, well, let me check it out?
Oh no, he mentioned, he's like, I have with my friends.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, and he like, here's the link, like he showed me.
I just got to click this.
Yeah, I will say that before she joined the show, we would watch it together, and she would laugh at something I'd said that you guys were completely stoic about, and then she'd be like, "How are they not laughing at you?"
Oh,
And
because it wasn't funny.
You're like, oh my God, marry me.
that's when I knew.
Yeah, I don't need to hear this bullshit.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening and watching. We appreciate it very much. It's been fun.
Thank you to all the other people who've been part of the crew.
It's been tough to talk when people interrupt.
Casting
throughout the
crew.
years.
Yeah, no, you guys have had so many other people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We also had fans that we got in contact with, who got in contact with us. One of the first was a guy named Ramsey, and we thought he was fake because it was from Ghana. I was like, well, it's got to be a bot or something. But sure enough, he's a real guy, and we talked with him, and he was pleased to hear from us, and that was a fun experience early on in the show.
He could hear one of our cast members, and he said her name. He was
right.
like, is that?
Yeah, he's like, is that Kate? Yeah. And then of course Scott Gregg, who went back and checked out all episodes. You didn't have to do that, and I don't know why you would, but thank you for doing that.
We don't get it.
Marco reached out to us. He's been on the show as well.
Yes.
So
From Ireland.
yeah, Joe Genko. Still don't know if that
Go Genko. Go Genko.
sent us some nice words. So yeah, it was very. Oh yeah, James.
Allred? Was that his name?
James Allred.
Right.
He pitched in and contributed to our show as well. So very thankful for the people who reached out and let us know that they
And
enjoyed
to
it.
all our friends and family who support the show, I know there's like one person I know that listens, so thank you.
I have no family that.
I really do have Eric Rendelman, who's been on the show. He tells me that he listens still. I believe him. I'm not 100% sure that's true, but Josh Anson, my friend who listens to the show, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah. Amanda's Barbie looks like a hot mess. Like she's holding onto a lamppost.
She got too drunk.
She is sort of like,
I think I told you guys this a long time ago. My sister at her wedding many, many years ago, we were taking family photos, and one of the guys who was doing catering from the kitchen goes, 1, 2, 3 jokes.
oh yeah.
It was someone I had gone to ASU with that I hadn't seen in a very long time. And I was like, oh, damn, do you listen to this show? And he's like, yeah, and you're on it. It's amazing. And I was like, oh, but you do listen? Or
My sister's ex-husband, when we had dinner, he was like, oh, the show, it's hilarious. And I was like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it very much. And of course, my sister was like, pass.
Yeah. And then your sister was like, "Yeah, we're getting a divorce. You can't."
It
like-"
wasn't long after that.
it's not for everyone, but it is for some people. And for those
It's
of
for
you,
those of you listening and watching.
for
now.
those of you who it's for, thank you for being weird like us and liking our fucked up humor. Thank
Well,
you.
I think like we got to give a shout out to Aaron Kraft,
Yeah,
a
of
longtime
course.
judge.
But yeah, Aaron Kraft helped.
Aaron Lopez, another Aaron who was
And
part
Josh
of the crew,
Lopez.
and Josh.
Oh, Eric
Lopez.
Hughes, thanks for being a guest.
Yeah, all the people who took the time to be on our show, we appreciate
Uncle
it.
Brad,
Uncle Brad, he was our first judge.
Hannah Ty,
Third judge.
Third after
Amanda
Aaron, yes.
Kerberg.
Amanda Kibberg. Fourth.
I'm still here. Can you guys
May
hear
she
me?
rest in peace.
Wherever you are, Amanda, thank you.
No.
Amanda, here's to you.
All right, should we take one more roller coaster ride together?
Everybody,
One last.
everybody strap on.
I think I'll hang back.
See how it goes for us first.
Yeah.
My stomach's not really feeling good for suicide right now.
Everybody hit the go button.
All right.
All right. Well, we don't know what's coming next, and we don't know what it will look like, sound like.
Death. We talked about
But please stay in touch, as in like subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, because whatever the next iteration of this is, you'll find it there.
That's a good point, actually. So we're going to keep that feed going. So we're going to re-release the old stuff, just so you can take a listen for free.
Yeah, we have 400 episodes, guys. So if you're a newer listener, you got a lot of catching up to do.
So you can re-listen to those and rewatch that stuff. And if we have any announcements, we'll be sure to let you know. So
Yeah. So until we see you again, I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leone.
I am Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
I'm Vanessa Flores.
And this has been 400 episodes of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
It smells like poo poo.
You are wrong. You are so wrong.
Put something there for me to kick.
Guys,
It's just a baby. Trash. Have me kick trash.
Hannah, why'd you do that?
I never wanted to hold office. I just wanted to serve the people by fucking an alligator.
Also wanted to serve that alligator.
By fucking the people.
They always put too much cream in my pussy chino.
Looks like whales aren't the only things with blowholes on this beach. Man, David Caruso has a hard job.
Mom going trick or treating. Mom spaghetti.
Okay. I am so disappointed.
Sit up.
I'm literally sitting up as
Okay,
straight.
also look at that's your camera over there.
I like big names. And I can't
I like when a girl itty bitty in the middle.
When a girl walks in with a long birth certificate.
Having 2 vaginas, she never thought that she would meet the perfect man. But then she met that guy with 3 tongues.
For the butthole?
Yeah, for the butthole?
If you like, maybe she likes 2 on 1.
So how does she have 1 clit or 2 clit? Now does she have 3 clits?
Listen, guys, I didn't think too hard about this.
Yeah, I lost my virginity at a Powerline concert. What's up?
She was a dog, though.
Yeah, she was a dog. Rough.
I'm Ricardo Leone. Big fat pussy.
What?
Those are the only 2 things you know.
Big fat pussy?
Yeah.
See?
I never started The Wire. Is it good?
Yeah.
How many seasons of it?
I actually thought you were doing a parody of Billy Joel.
I didn't start The Wire. It was on my Netflix to watch list, but I never watched it.
It rings a bell.
It rings a bell. That's a
This
beautiful
is my
name.
daughter, rings a bell.
Can't remember her name.
Ironic.
This is her sister, what's her name?
And the brother, it sounds alike.
Oh, have you met my wife? You there.
And our puppy, what's it?
We all come from the small town called the tip of my tongue. Oh, oh,
Those are the sounds she made when she was getting. Oh, 1 ball.
Wells, the 3 balls, 4 balls.
Goodness gracious, each ball's a half point.
You know, I had my doubts about the abacus. This thing's really cooking.
I'm farting!
I like that. A bunch of bitches. Okay.
I like that bunch of bitches. They're nice.
I eat it for breakfast every morning.
Honey bunches of bitches. Because he eats dogs. Yeah.
Honey bunches of bitches.
Now with real bitch meat.
Okay, you know what? We're going back.
I like that other cereal.
Is that real bitch meat or faux bitch meat?
This is just bitch flavoring.
I like that knockoff brand, the Malto Meal one.
Yeah.
The bitchin' bunch of honeys.
Hey, Lego my ego. And for God's sake, stop fucking my wife.
You only live once, YOLO, and making the most of it.
Bro.
Hang tight, Air 10.
Ayrton. I think God put Coke-filled dinosaur bones in the ground for us to find.
And snort.
And snort.
God did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an awesome god.
It's righteous.
Our God is a real chill God.
And that's why you always set up a safe word with your grandpa.
The only way a brunch spot could make more money is if they had a fee for blonde white women.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I had 12 mimosas this morning.
Vic Miorana, Louisiana.
Miorana. Vic
Miorana. Hey, Vic Miorana. Hey, Vic Miorana. Hey. Is he called when someone has a horse body and a human centaur?
But you said the opposite.
What's the opposite of a centaur?
Just like a butterface.
It's time for our halftime show special. What's that? This is where we dance.
Oh, because the fan cam is on?
When are you going to start dancing?
I did it.
Attorneys for men who stole from Kohl's asked for lesser charges.
We're Rogers and Johnson, attorneys for men.
110% men.
Have you been charged with a crime and you got a penis? We're your attorneys.
So funny. If you work in an office and you swear to God you didn't do that, we're gonna believe you.
You're gonna like the way you end up not in prison.
We don't guarantee that.
We could probably set you up with a good bunk mate.
Also a man.
Just the way you likes it. That's a lot of Stanley Cups. Who is this lady? The Montreal Canadiens? Sports joke.
I'm a hosier, I got it.
Okay,
Hosier? I'm a hosier.
Hosier.
I'm that musical artist hosier.
Yeah, you are a hosier.
Take him to church, yeah.
I'm Billy Bunker.
Chile chancla.
Chile.
Willy Wonton.
Silly burger.
Somewhere out there, it's the end of my huge car.
Oh, you brought out your pecoculars? Some of your jokes were lamazing and some of them were clit suckers.
Which means they were great.
They were amazing.
Dick!
Oh my god, that's gonna be so cute.
Maybe.
I mean, I get it. I basically give birth at a Golden Corral bathroom every time I go.
Basically.
I basically.
You're not supposed to hold it for 37 weeks.
Oh, but Carly looks just like you.
Well, you're the daddy, Rick.
I'd like to correct some misinformation in Jeremy's favor from a past episode. There are blue lasers.
Aha, I saw it online.
There are blue lasers.
Blue lasers.
Well, that concludes Who Gives a Shit.
wanted you to notice the butt cheeks of these chickens.
Trust me, I noticed the butt cheeks. Okay. We can talk about it later.
I didn't even notice the chickens. I just noticed the butt cheeks.
Someone asked me, guess what? And I guessed chicken butt.
Fragrance is described as an olfactory masterpiece, featuring Lang Lang.
Now that's what they call Jeremy's penis.
Olfactory
masterpiece.
Because it smells good.
Because it looks like a fucking nose.
I guess.
You know, Jeremy's got an interesting style for stand-up. hey.
I just went from Phoenix, and boy, are my arms dry.
Talk about jerky.
I've been baking cookies all day, and I'm stuck like this.